Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies.
Alright guys, today we are going to do zero waste shampoo. Now this shampoo it's a zero waste shampoo, so if you're thinking about going zero waste, perfect, this is for you. But if you're not thinking about zero waste, I would still recommend that you try it out because unlike most of the shampoos that are on the shelf that are either full of some form of sulfates or chemicals that aren't sulfates but aren't necessarily great for your hair either, and this one doesn't strip your hair either like most shampoos. So it's a conditioner within itself because of the aloe vera that's included in it. So I highly recommend it for anybody that's looking for an all-natural way of shampoo. However, you do have to be okay with the idea that your hair will not bubble. This is not shampoo that bubbles up. This is more of a cleanser. So we'll call this the zero waste hair cleanser instead of shampoo, because everybody thinks of shampoo and they say, oh, I would need the soapy suds. And the soapy suds aren't necessarily great for your hair. So anyways, I'm going to move on past that. And I'm going to tell you what it requires. So first you need aloe vera. Aloe vera is going to be the base of your shampoo. It's going to be the liquid of your shampoo. Instead of using, say, tap water or any kind of water, which would more so strip your hair than actually benefit it, we're going to use aloe vera. Aloe vera is a great protein for the hair. Because it has the chemical makeup that's very similar to keratin, which is the protein that is seen in hair anyway. So aloe vera is a great base for your shampoo. Then we have bentonite clay, which I got in zero waste form. I bought it in bulk at Seven and bentonite clay is a cleansing clay, much like all other clays apparently have some form of cleansing method, not just for your hair, but internally as well. So I think that's awesome. Bentonite clay is a volcanic ash, and what happens is when it has an electrical, okay, sorry. Bentonite clay has an electrical charge. So when it links up with some form of liquid, in this case it would be the aloe vera, what happens is it acts as a sponge. Each one of the particles acts as a sponge, and it opens up and it soaks all of the toxins up into the each one of the particles of bentonite clay, so that all of the toxins inside of your hair, on your hair and in your scalp will be soaked up by the bentonite clay and of course washed out with the water rinse. I also have tea tree oil. I pretty much put tea tree oil in everything. Like, you really can't go bad with tea tree oil. Then I have rose absolute oil and I have lang lang oil. So these are for a bit of scent. Also, the rose absolute has jojoba oil in it also, which is great for moisturizing your hair. So, and then I also have this chopstick here for turning it and mixing it up because of the electrical charge inside of the bentonite clay, it can't connect with metal. So I am going to cut the aloe vera with metal. The blender also has a metal blade in it, which I'm a little afraid of because I'm going to have to mix the aloe vera inside of the blender. But I didn't want to directly put the metal with the bentonite clay. So if I have to stir, I'm going to use a chopstick, which is a wooden chopstick. So that's just so you know. Alright, so now we got to start with cutting the aloe vera. I'm going to take off the sticker. This is going to go into my little trash bin, you know, the one that you guys see on Instagram all the time. And I start by cutting the sides of the aloe vera. Almost like I'm trying to like open up an omelette or something. And most of the aloe vera, depending on the age of it, most of it is primarily gel, and then there's a little bit of juice, so it can get a little bit wet. And I try to go as close to the side as I can with it, and it's sticky too, kind of like the inside of okra.
Let me hold on to what you can't compose ya. I'm no pushover, more like a boulder. Come test me and rest on my shoulders. I really mean it. I know you're the meanest to me, cause I seen your hold-ups. And you don't know trust, you only know bluffs. This world is so tough, guess you're some kind of soldier. Hand on your holster, ready for end is over. You rather pull the trigger early and hurt me before I get the closure. I won't beat you to it, I ain't trying, I ain't lying. I'm just speaking truth, and you're implying that I'm hiding. I'm the mirror and all you see.
And I'm really particular about not trying to waste much of the aloe vera. So I really am very particular about going up against the edge and getting as much as possible. I'm going to flip it over, and now I'm going to start to separate the two pieces. Okay, so you got those two pieces right there? I'm going to cut in the middle, and all of that is gel. That thick layer is gel.
You know I got your back, and that's just speaking facts. So when I keep it real, it's not me you attack, but anger is your drive, and that there ain't my map. If fire's all you have, then water meets your match. Counterclockwise you go in it. Why you make the same mistake? Counterclockwise you go in it. Counterclockwise you go in it. 7, 6, 5, 4. Counterclockwise you go in it. 3, 2, 1, 2.
I'm just going to put the top on it, and I want to liquefy it because, again, this is the base of your shampoo. This is how it's going to be able to penetrate your scalp and then roll down onto the strands of your hair. So I'm going to go ahead and liquefy it. Tip pulse. It's going to foam up a bit. Shake it. Really good. Bubbling up. You probably can't hear it, but it is. Now I'm going to start using my chopstick, just because, again, you want to be really weary about metal and bentonite clay. So I want to bring the bubbles down a bit. Now this is my container that I use my shampoo for. I've been trying to look for either a stainless steel or some kind of bottle that will work that isn't plastic, but I haven't really found one. So it doesn't really make sense for me to buy like a what is it, like a dye applicator or something like that, because it's plastic as well. And you want to stay away from plastic because at the end of the day, plastic is really, once you have to get rid of this, is really just going to turn into it's just going to sit in landfills or become recycling, and you just don't want that. So you want to kind of go for something that has longevity to it, and even once you're ready to get rid of it, it can be absorbed back into the earth, or it's friendly for the earth. So stainless steel is an all-natural material. Wood is an all-natural material. Glass is an all-natural material. Plastic isn't. Okay, so I'm gonna use this bad boy because I don't know if it's gonna fit all the way in there, and we have a lot. You don't want to fill the bottle up. Oh, whoa. So we might have a lot more aloe vera than expected. And then I would say you probably put about a tablespoon of Bentonite Clay. I have the aloe vera juice in there. I'm going to put some drops of tea tree, about 10 drops of tea tree oil in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I'm gonna put some Rose Absolute in there, which smells amazing. So, and it holds on. The smell will stick around. So that's always good. About 10 drops of these too. All right. And Lang Lang. Okay. Same thing. Okay. This stuff smells so good. Lang Lang. Amazing. Alright, and this is zero waste shampoo. And you just go in the shower, you wash your hair, and I actually apply it directly to my scalp. Like I part my hair apart and actually put it on my scalp. And then I start to massage it, scratch my hair, get the dandruff off. That way it can kind of roll down onto the strands by itself. And you don't have to use as much. So I don't know if that's how you wash your hair already, but you should just start that way. Even if you're not using this shampoo, that's the best way to not really use all of your shampoo up. So that's just my recommendation. And that's zero waste shampoo. Thanks.